On the other side of the arena, an intense battle is taking place between Majin Buu and Dyspo, and intense is an understatement. Dyspo unleashes the super maximum light speed, the fastest movement technique possessed by Universe 11. Lines of light cut across the arena in every direction. Impossible to track, impossible to predict, but Buu watches everything with a smile, because Buu doesn't need to be fast. He just needs you to get close. And Dyspo is getting close every time he attacks. Every time he does, Buu turns part of his own body into a chocolate trap that nearly catches him off guard. Belmont is desperate. That's cheating. Turning a warrior into chocolate isn't combat. The Grand Priest responds without even turning around. All techniques are permitted as long as they don't kill the opponent. Belmont tells Dyspo to retreat. Dyspo tries to pull back, but Buu won't let him. Every direction Dyspo chooses, Buu is already there, stretching and moving unpredictably, blocking every escape route with that childish smile that fools no one who's ever faced him. Louise watches and quietly comments, "If we'd brought him to the first tournament, things would have been considerably easier." And then Yub appears from the side, the reincarnation of Majin Buu, pure potential in human form. With a single precise and perfectly timed strike, he catches Dyspo completely off guard and sends him flying out of the arena on a trajectory with no way back. Dyspo has been eliminated. With that familiar tone that somehow mixes pride and indifference, he says, "You two did a great job." Velma looks at the empty space where Dyspo once stood and says nothing. The arena is in flames. Jiren and Broly exchange blows powerful enough to split the ground apart. Every punch creates massive craters, and every roar from Broly makes the entire platform tremble. But Jiren doesn't back down an inch. Elsewhere, Vegeta and Beerus are destroying everything around them. Ultra Ego against Dark Energy. Vegeta smiles in the middle of the destruction because he has finally found someone worthy of everything he has. And then, silence takes over the arena. A dark presence slowly emerges on the horizon. Azrael, the divine warrior of Universe 12, finally makes his move. Frieza walks toward him with his hands behind his back, smiling. Oh, what a pathetic creature. Let me show you the difference between real power and an illusion. Frieza attacks at full speed in his final form. Azrael doesn't move. One single strike sends Frieza flying across the entire arena. Curious, Frieza explodes into golden form, his golden aura covering the sky. He attacks with everything he has. Azrael catches the blow with one hand. Frieza stares at that hand, holding back everything he's got. And then, something awakens. The golden aura darkens, turning black. Intense, devastating. Black Frieza. The Emperor has finally taken off the mask. And Azrael smiles for the first time. The arena trembles. Black Frieza has finally entered the battlefield. His dark aura consumes everything around him as he appears in front of Azrael and unleashes a ki blast powerful enough to destroy an entire planet. Azrael blocks it with one hand. The impact tears through the arena in every direction. Energy holes appear everywhere, and the gods of destruction rise from their seats. At the same time, Frieza growls and pushes his power even further. Azrael simply stares at him with a cold expression. Suddenly, Azrael disappears and reappears directly in front of Frieza, landing a brutal punch straight to his face. Frieza spits blood for the first time since reaching his ultimate form and starts laughing. So you really are a monster. His black aura explodes with even greater intensity. The two exchange hundreds of blows, tearing through entire mountains. Frieza gathers everything into a single attack, a gigantic black blast that completely engulfs Azrael. The explosion is colossal. Everyone is left in shock. Azrael isn't a warrior, he was an angel. The Grand Priest rises from his pedestal and his voice fills every corner of the arena. Before this battle continues, there's something everyone needs to know about the warrior from Universe 12. Absolute silence. Azrael was one of the 18 original angels, the angel of Universe 18 before that universe was erased from existence. The entire arena freezes. He lost his position as an angel for helping a mortal from his universe, an act that was strictly forbidden, one choice that cost him everything he was, but he never lost his abilities. Goku's eyes widen. Vegeta is left speechless. Toppo slowly clenches his fists, because now he understands exactly what is standing in that arena. A being who carries the power of an angel without any of the restrictions that bind them. Free, without rules, without limits, the most powerful mortal in all the universes. And then Black Frieza looks directly at Azrael. His black aura explodes with an intensity never seen before, because Frieza has never backed down from anything in his life. The two collide, but this time the entire arena watches in absolute silence, because what is happening right in front of them isn't an ordinary battle, it's history being written. Vegeta is smiling in the middle of the destruction, while Beerus still hasn't used even half of what he has. Ultra Ego against Dark Energy, two powers clashing in a balance that nobody in the arena ever expected. Every one of Vegeta's attacks is met with the same intensity. Every advance is blocked with absolute precision. The arena floor is completely unrecognizable. Vegeta stops and looks at Beerus with that smile only the Prince of Saiyan shows when he's genuinely enjoying himself. Even if you think you're matching me, remember this. There are only 5 of you and there are 10 of us. There's still plenty of people here who can make you regret coming here. Baros simply responds, 5 is more than enough. There's no one here who can truly challenge us. Vegeta narrows his eyes. We'll see. The two explode at maximum speed. Their exchange of blows becomes impossible to follow with the naked eye. From his seat, Luis watches every detail, slowly spinning his staff. Impressive. Vegeta has been very well trained. He's controlling Ultra Ego in real combat. At this level, very few Saiyans could ever reach this point. Vegeta lands a punch that sends Baros crashing into an entire mountain. A massive explosion of rock follows, with dust covering everything. Baros emerges from the smoke without a scratch, flies toward Vegeta, and throws a devastating kick. Vegeta dodges by mere inches, answering with a brutal knee to the stomach. Baros instantly teleports behind Vegeta and delivers a devastating kick. Vegeta twists his body and redirects the attack, sending Baros crashing into the ground and creating a massive crater. Luis stops watching the fight for a moment. That move! Vegeta converted the impact directly into Ultra Ego power, a refined state. At the bottom of the crater, Baros starts laughing, a deep, heavy laugh. Satisfied, Vegeta looks down at him, his purple aura burning around his body. What's so funny, Baros? Baros slowly rises. His third eye begins pulsing at a different frequency, faster, more intense. The energy surrounding him changes color, the red darkening into something that doesn't exist in any record from any universe. You think you're beating me with that? Baros smiles. Then let me show you my true form. A colossal explosion tears through the entire arena, light covers everything, and as the smoke begins to clear, what emerges is no longer the same Baros. Baros has transformed, and Vegeta has never faced anything like this. His ultimate form fills the arena with energy bolts in every direction. This isn't simply power, it's a calamity given physical form. Vegeta teleports behind Baros and delivers a kick to the back of his neck. Baros ducks at the last second and launches both feet into Vegeta's stomach. With absurd force, Vegeta is sent flying across the entire arena, spitting blood. Baros teleports above him and comes crashing down with a monstrous punch to his shoulder. Vegeta hits the ground in a massive explosion. When the dust settles, Vegeta is on his knees, staring at his own hand covered in blood. His eyes change, and Ultra Ego erupts around him with an intensity never seen before. Vegeta rises and charges forward without holding anything back. The two meet in midair with simultaneous punches. Their fists collide and the Grand Priest rises from his seat. That impact, it actually shook the void. Extraordinary. The two warriors roar. Beerus and Whis exchange a silent glance. The battle continues in an endless barrage of punches, kicks, and explosions in every direction. Their speed is absurd, with energy beams cutting across the entire arena. Vegeta begins to feel the exhaustion. Baros lands a headbutt that tears open Vegeta's forehead. Blood runs down the prince's face. Vegeta backs away and opens his palms. Final Flash begins to form. Baros sees it and doesn't retreat. He concentrates a gigantic sphere between both hands, growing until it's the size of a moon, visible from anywhere in the arena. Everyone stops. Everyone looks. Vegeta fires Final Flash, while Baros launches his ultimate sphere. The two energies collide. Baros begins to overpower him, pushing Final Flash back inch by inch. The infinite void starts trembling because of these two warriors. Vegeta and Baros' energies collide on a scale no one in that arena has ever experienced before. Final Flash against the Ultimate Sphere. Two attacks powerful enough to make the Endless Void itself tremble as if it were fragile. The Xeno Guards move for the first time since the tournament began. The Grand Priest stares at the collision in genuine shock. Baros begins winning the clash, his yellow sphere pushing Final Flash back inch by inch toward Vegeta. The Prince is giving way, his feet dragging across the ground and leaving deep grooves. From the other side of the arena, someone screams, "Master, I won't accept you losing this battle." Vegeta hears it and stops for a fraction of a second. Bulma, Trunks, and everyone he loves. The people he never asked for, but who were always there. The Prince who spent his entire life fighting for pride now feels something different, something warmer, something more real. Vegeta roars, and Ultra Ego explodes on a scale never seen before. Final Flash grows, then triples in power. Baros' gigantic sphere cracks down the middle, and Final Flash tears straight through it, striking Baros with colossal force. Baros screams as he's launched out of the arena. The explosion illuminates the entire void. Vegeta remains on his knees, exhausted and bleeding, but victorious.